as though it were magic, as though it were planned. We actually have a Swash-thru, an epic Swash-thru with the tree godfather himself, the inventor and creator of the shade tree. Let's bring that man forward. Situational leadership, ladies and gentlemen, going free. Here he is, the one and only, the tree godfather. Good to see you, brother. What is on your mind?
Oh, good evening, Jason. Good to see you. Yeah, Vienna won't be back. Neither will Jody, but I had to save something for slots.
Thank you. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. The troll slayers here, folks, they do an epic job. It's all charity. They keep the channel safe, especially once YouTube started giving strikes to channels who allowed a certain kind of conversation in the live chat. But more importantly, they keep it white positive, which is where the white race has to be if we are going to change things. And this gentleman right here has come into the community, not a huge long time ago by any means, come into the community and has jumped in both feet and has been rocking it for white well-being. His heart is in the right place. His mind is in the right place. His energy is in the right place. And he said, I want to have a space on X every single day. I'm going to get it started, and I'm going to bring brilliant people up on board, and they can host the space sometime. And it is called the Shade Tree, brother. And let us know all about it. Anything you would like to share, the mic is yours.
Well, as you know, there's a lot of spaces on X, and so many of them are just full of spurgs and people talking over each other, foul language wall to wall. So I wanted to create a space that kind of reflects how we are here in the stream. To compare it to a religion, as much as we're not a religion. Jason's our hierarch, okay? Go Free would be our Bible. And I wanted to create the Shade Tree as like our church picnic.
Yes.
This is where we get together, have real conversations, because we're all real people, at the end of the day. Right. And I wanted to do it in such a manner that we could have all these white centered, white positive conversations that keep the focus on us, where we can go, our children can listen to the Shade Tree and not feel, where it has to be censored. So it's really a reflection of this whole community. And I think having that place for people to come and have these conversations, we can practice putting the Go Free lexicon into practice, kind of emulate everyday situations and everyday conversations. I think that's the way to go.
Yeah. Oh, man, I love it. Folks, if you haven't checked it out yet, I was so happy. And there were a couple of other champions in this community. They will hold spaces here and there that kept things white positive. And as they demonstrated, and the great Shade Tree here, Tree Godfather here, demonstrated, you can talk about every aspect of our lives, everything, our work, socio-political matters, religious matters. You can talk about it all through the lens of white positivity. And with these lexical and dialectical tools, you are creating a people, an awareness of individual well-being by way of group well-being, by way of the conversation. That's how the practice, the dialogic, is designed to be used everywhere. So when I showed up and the Tree Godfather, I heard his voice and I showed up in the background, and I was anonymous. I didn't want to interrupt the flow of things. And I heard everybody over there chatting on point, white positive. It was blissful. It's literally a blissful scenario. And another thing, you won't have to, not only do you got this positive, if you show up over there, you're going to have this great wisdom shared. And the people from this community, these are really called the best out of the white sympathetic sphere, both explicit and implicit. You're going to hear people who have great skill sets in other areas of life, people who are masters at this and masters at that. And they have brought that wisdom, they brought that training, they've brought that noble spirit to white well-being. And they are presenting it as they truly are on the inside, loving individuals who care about the victimization of our people. On the other side of the coin, what you won't have to worry about there, not one iota, is being in the presence of people who are going to behave like a schmuck or behave like a cuck. But worse, of course, is, of course, behaving like a schmuck, because in many areas of the world, not only in all areas of the world, it's going to ruin your reputation by an association with people who want to harm Jews for the way they're born, or blacks for the way they're born, or etc. It's an immoral thing to do. But in many areas, and in an increasing number, there are penalties, and increasingly stiffer penalties for those in the presence even of such conversations. And I will tell you right now, the Tree Godfather and the others, they don't put up with that at all. They immediately
not one
interrupt.
single bit. No
Not
cucks, no schmucks need apply.
I love it. I love it, brother. I don't know. I mean, if you wanted to jump in there with any thoughts on when they come in and they start talking about slandering this group of humans or whatever, and how you don't take any off of them. I don't know. You could jump in with that or anything else. But folks, I can't recommend this enough for the norm. Just like Tree Godfather just said, it's like our picnic. It's like you're just showing up with white positive people to have conversations that are the kind of conversations you would have if you were Jewish in the Jewish circles, if you were black in black circles, if you were Hispanic in Hispanic circles. Hell, if you're Indian Punjabi in Indian Punjabi circles. Imagine that. White people talking about our well-being. But brother, I pass the mic to you.
And that's really the basis of it. We need to have, we're all over the world. Going free is an international movement. So for us to actually ever get together physically, it's extremely difficult. This gives us a place where we can get together, put the concepts into practice, and even above all that, we can be real people, talk about real things that help white people. As I say, we meet to talk about the concepts and lexicon of Jason Köhne, and talk about things of interest to white people, whether it's gardening, farming, you need to fix the alternator on your car, just pretty much anything, that's helpful for us as white people. We keep ourselves centered. We don't talk about non-white groups. We don't talk about losing strategies. Losers need not apply. They get yeeted pretty quick. Other than that, all are welcome. We do have hosts from many different countries. We have, of course, me here in the U.S. We have CKO in England, Hans the Skipper over there in South Africa, looking to add many more hosts as we can get them trained up and as they have time to volunteer, because each host, of course, is going to have their own forte, their own specific skill sets and things that they would look for. But we try to hold it every day at 2 p.m. Sometimes lately that's not always possible. But as we're still growing, I think we're going to get there. We did break a new record a couple weeks ago. I think we hit that on the replays. That one with I am yes, you are no hit 2,400.
Wow, awesome.
So pretty stoked about that. I'd like to see some other big accounts come in here and there and help keep the numbers pushed up and just get the word out.
Yeah, and it's happening. You're right. I completely concur. It is, every time you all get together, a more cogent and coherent group. I mean, you've got you mentioned Hans, you mentioned CK, you got the great sloths that'll show up. You have the Blue Flame. I mean, you have so many thinkers.
All our number one swashbucklers come in there at various times, and they bring so much to the group. It's incredible.
God, it really is. And your insights are sterling, brother. I've been so pleased and impressed with you, and it's for me. And as you can see, and to anything that I've said so far over the gathering, you're welcome to comment on. But as you can see, my irritation with the effort invested over all of these years, without being rewarded with remuneration, wealth, without even a significant audience. I mean, every day I watch a new dilettante shows up on the scene and mouths a couple of things that we've already said, even when those dilettantes were the moment before radical anti-whites. They've rocketed into stardom with the white race following them. And to see these people who could and should be citing us, who should be mentioning us, absolutely willfully ignoring us, is extremely frustrating. But finding these wonderful people, finding these great folks like the great Dean Danger, like the great Fornall, like everybody knows the stars in our nighttime sky, and yourself, and Biospirit of the West, and so many others, people who are able, armed with these mechanics of the practice, are able to build it out further and to take that machinery out on the road themselves and apply a consistency without trying to, as we've had so many times in this community, people trying to subvert us, people trying to make their own community out of the work that we're doing and steer it into some other destructive direction. Doing this for white well-being as selflessly as I have for decade after decade, it is an immensely heartening thing. And we are here. It's without question that the good Lord has placed us together at this time to be this voice in this wilderness of the white race, to give the white race an opportunity. If it's not going to take the opportunity, it's going to be on them. The continuing injuries and the much worse to come will be on them. We are here. We're doing the good work. And it is to the glory and credit of people like yourself and everyone that we've named and so many others that we have achieved this much success and will achieve a great deal more. I don't know if you wanted to speak to anything I just said there or anything we talked about before bringing you on for the Swash-thru, but the mic is yours.
Well, Jason, the evidence in the work that we do here and that you've been doing for such a long time, the evidence that it's the right path is in the fact that we've been demonetized, deboosted. We've proven that many times on X. We're deboosted, demeaned, diminished, and otherwise given short shrift. That's when you know you're doing the right thing. The flack's always thickest over the target. So sooner or later, we'll get those other cannons going, and I'm telling you, it's going to be an amazing thing. We're going to recapture our destiny, brother, and it's coming.
Amen. Amen to that. Well, folks, this has been totally first time having a Swash-thru with the great tree godfather to talk about his creation, the shade tree, and it couldn't be working more beautifully. Biospirit of the West shows up over there. I think even Cool Papa J Magic has shown so many heroes. It really is the stars in our nighttime sky. And I'm so grateful to you, brother, for getting this started and organizing and keeping it going. And for everybody else who's contributing, big salutes to you for that. Did you have any final? Be sure when you get back into the live chat to share your Twitter link so that people can find you there, since you will either be holding the space or you will be retweeting one of the others who are holding the space. So be sure to do that. But any final thoughts you had while you're with us here today?
Sure. Just check my X account. I'll throw the links here in the chat, but most of you, I think, already know what it is. At least before the start time of the space, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check the pinned link. And regardless of who's hosting it, I'll have the link there. If you can find my account, you can definitely find the space. And I hope to see you all there, where we continue to go free under the shade tree.
I love that. Awesome, brother. Big Promethean hails to you folks, and we will be right back.